Hi students, welcome to the revision module of Maths. Today we will discuss some topics that you have studied in class 7 which are important for class 8. Let's see the topics. We will start with integers. You know the definition of integers, the numbers 1, 2, 3, etc. minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, etc. together with 0 form the set of integers. In the set of integers 1, 2, 3, etc. in number line you can mark 0 in the middle, 1, 2 the positive integers on the right side and negative integers on the left side. So, this 1, 2, 3 etc. are called positive integers, minus 1, minus 2 etc. are called negative integers and 0 is neither positive nor negative. And in class 7 you have learned the operations on integers: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. We will do one question in addition. You know the rule of the addition of integers. When you add two negative integers, you have to find the sum of the numbers and put the minus sign. Example, negative 3 plus negative 2. What will be the answer? Equal to sum of 3 and 2 is 5 and put the negative sign. Negative 5 is the answer. If you take one positive number and one negative number, example negative 7 plus 3. What is the rule? When you take one positive number and a negative number, you find the difference between the numbers. Difference of 7 and 3 is 4 and what sign you will take? Yes, sign of the greater number, that is negative. So, the answer is negative 4. Next, multiplication, that also you know. When you multiply two negative numbers, the answer is always positive. Example, negative 5 into negative 3. What will be the answer? Positive 15. And if you multiply one negative number and a positive number, answer will be negative. Example, minus 5 into 3. Answer is negative 15. Division also the same rule of multiplication. When you divide one negative number, negative 20 divided by negative 2. What will be the answer? Positive 10. 20 divided by 2 is 10. When you take two negative numbers, answer is positive. Positive 10 is the answer. If one number is negative and the other number is positive, negative 20 divided by 2 is, answer will be negative 10. So, you know the addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of integers. Now, let us move on to the properties of integers. Do you remember the properties? Closure property, commutative property, associative property. First we will see closure property. In case of addition, when you add two negative integers or when you add any two integers, the answer will be an integer. And when you subtract two integers, that answer also will be an integer. When you multiply two integers, there also you will get the answer integer. But when you divide two integers, negative 6 divided by 5, will you get the answer an integer? No, here you will not get an integer, the answer you will get a decimal number. So, in case of division, the closure property does not satisfy. So, closure property says that if a and b are two integers, A plus b is an integer, a minus b is an integer, a into b is an integer, but a divided by b is not an integer. Now next property is commutative property. When you multiply two integers, you can multiply them in any order. 3 into minus 2. What is the answer? Minus 6. When you change the order, negative 2 if you take the first number, negative 2 take it as the first number into this 3, take it as the second number. What is the answer? There also you will get the same answer, negative 6. So, two numbers can be multiplied in any order. What about the addition? Can you add two integers in any order? Yes. When you add two integers, first number plus second number or second number plus first number, you will get the same answer. But will you get the same answer in case of subtraction? First number minus second number and second number minus first number, will you get the same answer? No, you will get the opposite signs. In case of addition also, in case of division also, you will not get the same answer. So generally we can say, if a and b are two integers, a plus b is equal to b plus a, and a into b is equal to b into a. So in case of commutative property, addition and multiplication satisfy the commutative property in integers. Next, move on to the associative property. How many numbers are there in associative property? We consider 3 integers. Property states that 3 integers can be added in any order and 3 integers can be multiplied in any order. But subtraction and division, when you change the order, you will not get the same answer. So associative property also states that if a, b, c are 3 integers, a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c, and a into b into c, first two together is equal to a into last two, b into c. Associative property satisfies in case of addition and multiplication only. Move to the next, additive identity. Which number is called additive identity? Yes, 0. When you add any integer to 0, you will get the same integer. So, the number 0, the integer 0 is called additive identity. Next, multiplicative identity. Which number is called multiplicative identity? When you multiply any number with 1, you will get the same number. So, the integer 1 is called a multiplicative identity. Next, we move on to the next topic, that is symbol equations. We consider one simple equation, y minus 2 is equal to 6. Here, which variable is used? Y is the variable and 2, 6, these two are the constants. So, this is a simple equation. You know how to find the solution of this equation. What do you mean by solution of this equation? Finding the value of the variable which satisfies the left side and right side. That value is called the solution of this equation. You have studied in class 7 how to find the solution. Just we will revise one equation. Y is equal to this 6, you have to transpose this minus 2 to the other side. So it will become 6 plus 2, that is equal to 8. So what is the solution of this equation? Y equal to 8 is the solution of this equation. Solving an equation means the method of finding the solution of an equation. That is called as solving an equation. And you have learned many applications of simple equations. In class 8 also, you will learn the different types of solving, different types of equations, and many applications are there in class 8. So let's move on to the next topic, triangles. In a triangle, how many angles are there? Yes, 3 angles. What is the sum of these 3 angles? 180 degree. That is called angle sum property of a triangle. In a triangle, the sum of the 3 angles of a triangle is 180 degree. What is exterior angle property? If you consider one triangle and if you extend any one side to any direction, outside one angle is formed. This angle is the exterior angle. If you name that angle as angle 1, exterior angle property states that this exterior angle is the sum of opposite interior angles. The opposite interior angles are these 2 angles. If we name this as angle 2 and angle 3, the property states that angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2 plus angle 3. So here suppose one of the interior angle is given and the exterior angle is given. You can find all other angles of this triangle using the exterior angle property. Okay. Next, Pythagoras theorem. You are very familiar with this Pythagoras theorem. It is applicable only in case of a right angled triangle. You consider one right angled triangle. In a right angled triangle, one angle is 90 degree. The side opposite to this 90 degree, that is called what? Hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. And the other 2 sides, if we represent these sides as base and height. So the Pythagoras theorem states that square of hypotenuse is the sum of the squares of other 2 sides. That is, hypotenuse square is equal to base squared plus height squared. And there are many applications you have studied in class 7 using Pythagoras theorem. Let's move on to the next topic, rational numbers. The definition of rational numbers: a number in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0 is called a rational number. A number in the form of P by Q. P is the numerator, Q is the denominator. And there are 2 conditions, both P and Q, numerator and denominator, should be what? Integers. And Q, that is denominator, should not be equal to 0. Example, 3 by 7. 3 and 7 are integers and denominator is 7, not equal to 0. Minus 4 by 9. And see this example, negative 9. Is it a rational number? Why? Because negative 9 can be expressed as negative 9 by 1. Negative 9 by 1. Now it is in the form of a rational number, that is P by Q. P is negative 9 and Q is 9. So that negative 9 is also a rational number. What about 0? 0 is also a rational number because 0 can be written as 0 by 1. Yes. Let's see the different operations on rational numbers. First, we'll see one example of addition of rational numbers. Example, first rational number negative 1 by 6 plus 2 by 9. What is the method? Which are the denominators here? 6 and 9. First you find the LCM of the denominators. LCM of 6 and 9, you know how to find the LCM is 18. Now you have to convert these denominators, these two rational numbers with the same denominator 18. So first rational number denominator is 6. 6 multiplied by which number gives 18? 3. So you have to multiply that 3 in the numerator and denominator of the first rational number. Second rational number is 2 by 9, denominator is 9. 9 multiplied with 2 gives 18. So you should multiply that 2 in the numerator and denominator of the second rational number. So you are getting negative 1 into 3 by 6 into 3 plus 2 into 2 by 9 into 2, that is negative 1 into 3 is negative 3 plus 2 into 2 is 4, all divided by 18. I will show you this question from class 8 onwards. Last year you might have learned this method separately, but class 8 onwards, this LCM of 6 and 9 is 18. You write that 18 as the common denominator. You have to practice this method. Common denominator is 18. First denominator 6. 6 into 3 gives 18. So minus 1 into 3. You write there minus 1 into 3 plus. Next denominator 9. 9 into 2 gives 18. Multiply that 2 with the numerator, that is 2 into 2. That is equal to negative 3 plus 4 divided by 18 equal to 1 by 18. You will get the same answer. So this way you have to practice the addition and subtraction. Next we will see the subtraction one question. Negative 4 by 5 minus 2 by 3. What is the LCM of the denominators? 5 and 3, LCM is 15. So here I have taken that 15 as the common denominator, 15. The same method, 5 into 3 gives 15. Multiply that 3 in the numerator. Negative 4 into 3 is negative 12 minus. Next denominator is 3. 3 into 5 is 15. Multiply that 5 with 2. 5 into 2, 10. Then negative 12 minus 10 means negative 12 added to the additive inverse of 10. That is minus 10. Negative 12 plus negative 10 is negative 22 by 15. Okay. We will see the multiplication. Multiplication very easy. Just multiply the numerators and denominators. Negative 4 by 7 into 3 by 5. Numerators negative 4 into 3 divided by denominators 7 into 5. So answer is negative 12 by 35. If there is any common factor, you can cut in the numerator and denominator. Here there is no common factor. Next move on to the division. How to do the division of rational numbers? Negative 5 by 9 divided by 4 by 7. We have to take the reciprocal or multiplicative inverse of the second rational number. So first rational number minus 5 by 9 multiplied with what is the reciprocal of 4 by 7? 7 by 4. Then multiply the numerator. Minus 5 into 7 is minus 35 divided by 9 into 4 is 36. Okay. So class 8 your first chapter will be rational numbers. So you have to practice many questions from addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of rational numbers. Okay, let's see the other topics that you have studied in class 7. Perimeter. What do you mean by perimeter? Perimeter of a closed figure is the length of the boundary of that figure. You know the regular shaped figures, perimeter of a square. How to find the perimeter of a square? 4 into side. Perimeter of a rectangle, 2 into length plus breadth. And in case of a circle, do you say perimeter of a circle? No. The length of the boundary of a circle is called circumference. Circumference. So, we say the circumference of a circle, and you know the formula, circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. R is the radius and the value of pi is 22 by 7 or 3.14. Next, area. What do you mean by area? The area of a closed figure is the amount of region in the interior portion of the boundary. And there also you have learned the formula to find the area of different figures. Area of a square is side square and area of a rectangle is length into breadth. Area of a triangle, you know the area of a triangle is half into base into height. In a triangle, you know how to take the base. Any side you can consider as the base, and height means the altitude, the perpendicular from the opposite vertex to this side. So this is the height. Half into base into height is the area of a triangle. What is the area of a parallelogram? Area of a parallelogram is base into height, and area of a circle is pi r squared. R is the radius, value of pi is 22 by 7. You have studied all these formula, just we recall all these formula. Next, move on to the next, algebra. Algebraic expression. What do you mean by an algebraic expression? A combination of variables and constants using the operations addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. And you know all these terms, monomial, binomial, trinomial. I will show you one algebraic expression, 2x plus 3y. How many terms are there? 2 terms. Term means the different parts of the expression separated by plus or minus sign. So 2x is the first term, 3y is the second term. So what do you mean by monomial? An expression which contains one term. Example, 3z. This is a monomial. An expression which contains 2 terms is called a binomial. And what is the name of the expression which contains 3 terms? Yes, trinomial. Okay, and you have studied the addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions last year. Next year, we will discuss about exponents and powers. So the exponents, the very large numbers can be expressed in a short form so that we can use the exponents. So, and you have studied the laws of exponents, a raised to m into a raised to n. When you multiply 2 exponents, answer is a raised to m plus n. For multiplication, you have to add the powers. In case of division, a raised to m divided by a raised to n is equal to a raised to m minus n. In case of division, you have to subtract the powers. Next, a raised to m, all raised to n. 2 powers are there, raised to the power m, all raised to n. It is a raised to m into n. You multiply that 2 powers. Then a raised to m into b raised to m. both are same powers, that will be equal to AB all raised to m. And if it is a raised to m divided by b raised to m, it will be what? A by b all raised to m. What will be the value of any number raised to the power 0? That will be equal to 1. So generally we can say a raised to 0 is equal to 1. Then we have discussed some topics that you have studied in 7 which are important for class 8, and today I am giving you 4 questions as homework from rational numbers, because this we have to start class 8 portion with rational numbers. So you should be familiar with, you should be thorough with the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division of rational numbers. That is why I am giving you these questions, 4 questions. Do in a 4 size sheet and keep all the assignments and all the works in maths in a separate file. At the same time, you have to practice more questions from other topics also. See you children in the next class. Thank you.